Did the Romans have blacksmiths? That's kind of a stupid question, isn't it? Obviously, the Romans had metalworkers and iron workers. But there's actually a way in which you can answer that question, no, the Romans didn't have blacksmiths. And that comes from the way in which we think of blacksmiths based on the intervening history, the medieval and the early modern periods. See, blacksmiths work with black metal, with iron, and they are very distinct from people like tinsmiths or people who work with white metals, whitesmiths. And even within iron workers, if you call a blacksmith a farrier or vice versa, or a bladesmith who makes knives a blacksmith, they will probably correct you because those are different, distinct trades that take years and years of learning to be able to practice them with mastery. And while those sorts of distinctions certainly did exist in the Roman period, we do have, say, with carpenters, people with wood, there's differences in names between the people who would make interior furnishings or carts or various other things like that. But unlike us, the Romans may not have actually divided metal workers between those who work with ferrous metals like iron and non-ferrous metals like brass or bronze or copper. And archaeologists do this because that's just the way we think. But evidence from London in particular, and Owen Humphrey goes into this, Dr. Owen Humphrey goes into this in his really good book on trade tools and craft tools from Roman London, that it looks like the Romans may not, or at least the Roman smiths that have been looked at, may have also done work with brass and bronze, and they didn't distinguish between those different metals when saying, hey, I'm this type of worker. So, blacksmiths in the Roman period might be better to call them metalworkers or something of that sort. So, it's important to remember where our world differs from the ancient world and not to bring the things that we even think are so very historical, like a distinction between ferrous metal workers and non-ferrous metal workers, and to actually let the past tell us what it has to say and approach it on its own terms. Cheers.